Hey, what's up, guys? Count Shockley here from the DCUO Project Podcast. I just wanted to do a quick little video, something a little different. There's today a certain big mouth YouTuber put a video up on his YouTube channel. You might have heard of him, Nimbus Yosh. He put up a sarcastic video congratulating Smile Before Death on 10,000 subs for his YouTube channel. Well, basically the video was just ripping Smile apart, saying that Smile buys all his subs and he buys all his views and that his channel is fake. So I'm just going to be addressing some of this with some statistics. Now, I'm on socialblade.com where anyone can go and you can look up statistics for YouTube channels. And I'm going to show you a comparison between some of the more prominent DC Universe Online YouTube channels, namely Smile Before Death, Orbit, and Super Patriot. I'm going to show you some of their statistics. Now, I'm not indulging any secrets here. This is a public channel, a public website. Anyone can go to socialblade.com, and as long as you know the URL of their YouTube channel, you can look up their statistics. So no one can get mad at me for divulging this information. So anyway, without further ado, let's get in and look at some of the statistics. I wanted to show some of the Nimbus Yosh followers that are posting comments on Nimbus's YouTube channel. Oh, I can't believe Smile Before Death. His YouTube channel's fake. His subs are all fake. Well, it's typical of the Nimrod Nation. That's what I call the Nimbus Yosh followers that actually listen to that fucking moron. I hope you guys learned something from the information I'm just about ready to give you. Number one, I hope you learned that your big hero, Nimbus Yosh, is a total fucking idiot and has no idea what he's talking about. So let's get into some of the facts. So I'm going to go up here, socialblade.com. I'm going to type in DCUO commentary. Now this is Smile Before Death's channel, and let's check some of the stats. Now you can see he's got a B- rank. That's a pretty good rank for YouTube channel. Means he's basically, what that means is he's uploading multiple videos in a consistent manner. So he's putting a lot of time and effort into his channel. So let's go down here, and it tells you who you're partnered by, and we can look at some of the last week's statistics, and you can look at some of the full monthly statistics. So you can see there's no spikes here for the last week or anything. Nothing out of the ordinary. You got a high of 48 plus subs, and as you can see, there's days where YouTube just messes up. They don't record. The data doesn't come in, so you'll have some days and even some months that are a lot higher than others. Over the summer, they actually had some problems getting correct data on mobile views and all that. Some people actually ended up with negative views, and I'll show you some evidence of that. So anyway, let's look at the full monthly statistics. So we go down here while it loads, and you can see it'll show like the last month, pretty consistent here with the views and the you'll get lower views, but you'll get a day where, like here, 21,000, because it's counting 2 days. So and it'll also show you the graph from the last year. Now, anyone that might have looked at this is probably looking at this spike right here on Smile's daily subs. This is actually broken down by month, and as you can see, it's pretty consistent, except right before August, in middle of July, he's got a big spike in subs right here. And I'll show you some consistencies with somebody else's YouTube channel that Nimbus isn't claiming bought subs. So, and that would be Orbit. So anyway, let's, as you can see, the steady, you got a little spike right here in July, but everything else is pretty steady. I mean, for crying out loud, the guy's got like 860 videos up. I mean, this is the kind of growth you'd expect no major spikes except for that 1 month. 1 month over the course of 13 months here almost. It really isn't going to make a difference in your channel, okay? So anyway, but I have an explanation for that spike. And I'll give you my explanation here in a little bit. And it coincides with Orbit's YouTube channel as well. And as you can see here, it's pretty consistent. You've got ups and downs here on the daily views over the last year with a big spike in August, correlating with the spike in the subs. So this is pretty much a typical graph for someone that uploads, an average of about 3 videos a day and puts a lot of time and effort into their YouTube channel. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. Like I said, the only thing that's atypical on this graph is this little spike in July, August. So, but there is an explanation for that. And here's the total views. As you can see, slow, consistent. Right up here, no major spikes. It's actually a downtrend right here. And average view per day, this one's going to be up and down on everyone's channel basically. There's certain days that people watch videos for gameplay more than others. And, pretty consistent graph here. Nothing out of the ordinary. Once again, the views were higher in August, and there's an explanation for that. So let's go over and let's look at orbits. Let's go Full Metal Heroes. Now, Nimbus isn't charging Orbit with any of this. Nimbus, I want to make that clear. Nimbus hasn't said that Orbit has purchased his subs, or even though they have a similar amount of subs and views. He's just basically picking on Smile Before Death because I just believe he's jealous of him. So, he's got something going on there. So let's look at the views. Oh, there's that same spike in August for Orbit. I wonder what's up with that. What could have gone on in August? Now, what game released in August that both Smile and Orbit made a bunch of videos for, that pretty much a lot of people were excited about the release of that game? Could that be Final Fantasy? Because I know Smile put up about 40 Final Fantasy videos within the middle of July for the beta and for the release of the game in August. So I'm betting, if I were a betting man, I would say that the most of those subs came from the Final Fantasy fanboys, that they were getting on there trying to get some hints and clues about the game. Kind of funny that Smile Before Death's sub and view spike happens at almost the exact same time that Orbit's does, and they play the same game that came out at that time. Well, I guess Nimbus Yosh he overlooked that fact, but I mean, you can't expect a fucking moron like Nimbus Yosh to really have the insight to have that kind of mindset that he's gonna think about factors like that. So anyway, so let's look at some more graphs from our friend Orbit here, who's got a consistent climb, very similar to Smile Before Death's numbers. They have a similar amount of subscribers. Smile's got a lot more videos, so he's getting more views per month. I mean, it's just it's a numbers thing. It's basic math, Nimbus. Go back to school and learn it, okay? So anyway, well, look at these spikes from Orbit. Yeah, right around the same time that Smile got his spikes from Final Fantasy fanboys. That's where these spikes came from. Other than that, his graph looks very similar to Smile Before Death. Is Orbit buying his subs? You claiming, logic dictates that Smile's graph, Orbit's graph, look exactly the same, almost identical if you lay them on top of each other for their subs in the year. I guess he's claiming that Orbit and Smile Before Death both buy their subs and their views. Okay. Well, anyway, as you can see, that there's a big dip right here in June, and that might have something to do with the spike as well. For the average views, that's a YouTube problem. That's a YouTube mobile. In June they had some issues with the mobile app for counting views and views on the videos. This isn't a subscriber graph. This is a view graph. So anyway, let's look at one more. Now one thing before I do, I wanted to address. Nimbus Yosh said he had a link in the description in his latest video of some article, how to spot a fake YouTuber. Well, what that article actually addresses is someone that has a YouTube channel with a huge amount of views in one video, say 300,000 views on a video, but he'd only have like 1,500 subscribers, and the video had only been up a short amount of time. Well, that right there is a red flag that guy is a fake YouTuber. He's buying his views. If you only have 1,500 subs and you put a video up that doesn't go viral, and it's just a gameplay video, and it gets 300,000 views in a short amount of time, he's probably done something to buy the views. That's not going to help your channel in the long run. That's probably just, that's going to hurt your channel. Because the people, even if you do buy your subs, those people aren't your fan base. That's not going to help your channel. That's definitely not going to help your views. So, not really sure what Nimbus is talking about. His basic premises make absolutely no sense, but, I mean, what do you expect from a fucking moron? So anyway, let's go over to the daddy's house and see if his graph looks the same as my friend Smile and Orbits. Now, as you can see, Super Patriot has a C+ grade, probably because he doesn't upload as many videos as Orbit and Smile do on a daily basis. He still puts a lot of work in on his channel, and as you can see, he's doing well. He's up 34% the last 30 days in his views, and his subscribers, he's up 12%. So he puts a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in his channel. And I know he doesn't buy his views, and he doesn't buy his subs. And I'm betting that his graph is going to look similar to Smile's and Orbit's. How much you want to bet? Because it's consistent growth of someone that puts a lot of time and effort into their YouTube channel, Nimbus. So let's look at all his graphs here over the last year. Oh, now we got spikes. We got daily spikes in his subs. Doesn't mean anything. It might be in a certain game coming out. He's got big spikes in his subs. Doesn't mean he's buying subs. Doesn't mean he's buying views. Oh, let's look at the graph for the subs. Almost identical to Smile and Orbits. Wonder what that means. Means what I said earlier. Means these three YouTubers put a lot of time, effort, and hard work into their channels. They're not cheating. They're not buying subs, which doesn't help you anyway. And they're not buying views. So Nimbus, just kind of would like to see what kind of evidence you have for saying that Smile Before Death does all this, when everyone's statistics on the graph over the last year look about the same. So would be interested in seeing what kind of data you're using on that. Is it just your delusional hatred for Smile Before Death that you're spewing all this spewing these lies and untruths, and you basically don't know what you're talking about? So anyway, one more thing before I leave you guys. He made another comment which absolutely makes no sense in his latest video. He says that Smile Before Death uses DCUO commentary in his YouTube channel title to boost his views for DC Universe videos. Well, Smile, well, Nimbus, If you weren't such a fucking moron, you would know that the title of your YouTube channel has absolutely nothing to do with the algorithm that YouTube uses to rank your videos. The factors include your consistency of uploads, your frequency of uploads, your keywords, your video titles, and your interaction, your comments, your likes, your dislikes, your interaction with the community. Those are the main factors that boost your search rankings. And having 850 videos up also helps. So once again, you've just proven to everyone what a fucking idiot you are. But, you know, it's pretty obvious. So I hope the Nimrod Nation, if you're watching my video, you've learned something. You've learned a little something about YouTube statistics, and you also have learned a little something that your hero Nimbus is a fucking moron and has absolutely no idea what he's talking about. So anyway, hope you liked the video. You know, if you learned something, you know, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and make sure you tune in to the DCO Project podcast on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock. Twitch TV /Count Chocula.